Oh, I think it's about to bloom or something. Or no, these are just new leaves. Yay, new leaves. Ooh, I see another new leaf. All right, go you. I talk to my plants a lot. I'll talk to them and be like, hey buddy, how you doing? How's it going? How's your life? Hey everyone, it's me, Hallease, endeavoring to persevere. As always, if you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, so on and so forth, you know. If the spirit moves you, do it. In this video, I'm actually gonna just show y'all all of my houseplants in the apartment because I did an apartment tour video earlier this year and a few of y'all asked to see what houseplants I have. I will try my best to name them correctly, but if I'm being completely honest, a lot of my plants get gifted to me because the complex I live in, there's a lot of plant people here, and the complex itself is a very plant-heavy complex. So I've gotten a few plants that I actually have no idea what they are, but I really like them and they seem to be happy with me, so that's cool. I've got my nice Kyrgyz on, so my feet are nice and toasty and ready to do this. Today I'm actually gonna water all of my plants because they're starting to look a little drabby, and it's a nice overcast kind of day, so I think they'll actually do really well on the porch. I usually do put all of my plants on the porch when I water them, so that way they can just hang out there for a couple of hours, get in that vitamin D that we all need. Amen. And just get out of the apartment. I've always had plants ever since I first started not living with my parents. I've always had plants, whether they were just a little cherry tomato plant on my porch or something like that. And as I get older, I feel like plants just add a lot to a space for me. I literally do kind of have them as decoration. And also, oddly enough, it's just, I want something living around me in a space. So I always have plants. I've always had some kind of pet. I've always just had other living entities around me. So that's why I really like having plants. And I'm going through this phase where I'm not that interested in how things bloom anymore. I just want foliage. I just want leaves everywhere. Just lots and lots of leaves everywhere. That's probably just because of the aesthetic. A lot of people are kind of in that foliage aesthetic that's big now. And I think it just kind of works again with the space that I live in. If you're a plant guru and I misidentify a plant, or you actually know what it is because I just can't figure it out, please let me know in the comments below. So to water the plants, I don't do anything super awesome. I just use my coffee holder or whatever because it's got a spout, so that works out, and there you go on that. Also, I don't leave my plants outside on the porch for too long because here in Texas it's already pretty hot. Like I think today it's a smooth 75, 80 degrees. So I'm only gonna leave them on the porch for about an hour, just enough time to let the water soak in, and then the water that is remaining will, you know, evaporate, and then I bring them back in. So I don't keep them outside too long. While they're outside though, I also spray them with this it's like an organic bug spray, and it smells strongly, like strongly, of peppermint, and it's supposed to help kill off the bugs. And I do that because, again, it's Texas. Bugs show up quickly here, but you'll notice that some of my plants are actively battling infestations of things. So if you have any tips on what to do about that, please let me know, because I've literally been spraying them constantly, and if I do not spray them for like a day, the aphids are back. Like, it's crazy. Okay, everybody is back inside, so I guess what I'll do is kind of just talk about each of them and where I got them from and how they ended up here and so on and so forth. This is gonna be a random kind of video, I feel, but you know, content or whatever. Let's start with the biggest ones first. So I have 2 potted corn plants, but together it's 3. So I'll grab them. These guys. This one has 2 in it, and I ended up getting it on sale from, Home Depot because it's crooked, and I guess people don't want crooked corn plants or whatever, but I was like, I mean, it's alive, right? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'll take it. He's crooked, but he don't seem to mind. You know, he just do him. So he crooked, but I love this. It's my ZZ plant. I actually know what this one is. It's a ZZ plant, and I got this also from Home Depot on sale. I fertilized this like once with some liquid fertilizer spray, and he just was like, thanks, and took off with it. And he has all these huge new leaves coming out, and I see even more. There's a couple more in here that are coming out too. So this is a ZZ plant. I would say really easy plant to grow. Same with the corn plants. You just need to water them. The corn plants take care of themselves. So the corn plant is technically a type of Dracaena. This is another Dracaena type situation that I have. Not usually my style of plant, this one, but again, I was at Home Depot and they were on sale. I usually end up buying plants when they're on sale and no one else seems to want them for whatever reason. I will say this one, it has officially outgrown the pot because I can tell the leaves are drooping a little too much. When I first got it, all the leaves were sticking out, and I think it just outgrew this pot, which, side story on that, I was at Home Depot grabbing this plant, and this like lady came up and was like, you don't want to get a pot that's too big for that, then it'll die. And I was like, if you say so, I guess. And I listened to her, and I shouldn't have, because I've only had this thing for a couple months and I can tell it's already outgrown the pot. So you follow your gut with your plants. Don't let these people be out here trying to tell you stuff. You and the plant have a connection, and y'all know what's best for each other. This is Mr. Hallease's bonsai. This is Mr. Hallease's bonsai. He's had this since I met him. So the bonsai has been with us for almost a decade now. And it used to be in his office when he was in a call center. It was his call center plant for his cubicle. And this bonsai, y'all, we almost thought this bonsai was gonna die last year. And Mr. Hallease was kind of heartbroken and was like, I can't watch it die. And so I literally took this bonsai with me to the office and was like, hey, if you're gonna die, bonsai, I'll be with you in your last days. And so I just had it with me at my co-working space just so it wouldn't die alone. And then one of my coworkers in the co-working space was like, oh no, why is your bonsai dying? And I was like, I think it's just time, you know? And she was like, let me take it home with me. I don't think it's time. And she revived the bonsai, and now it's back here with us. So I recently gave it new dirt, re-fertilized it and stuff, and now it's doing even better. So bonsai, I don't know. Snake plants, these are so easy. Snake plants are so easy to take care of. Like, just water them and have them near sunlight and they will survive. This one is actually a split off from the bigger snake plant I have because, again, Home Depot, they were on sale. I purposely picked the one where it looked like it had a couple of different plants within one little pot you buy. And sure enough, when I went to go put them into their little separate pots, yeah, two of them were whole separate plants. So I ended up getting like 2 plants for the price of 1 plant. So snake plant. And these things get super big. They get like huge, you know, big plants. I have no idea what this is. I also don't know how I feel about it. It was on sale. It's supposed to be, I think it was called an angel something or another. I don't know. I liked it for the texture of the leaves. I just thought the texture was really interesting and different, but it needs to be super moist like all the time, and then it also doesn't seem to like a lot of light at all. So I'm having a hard time just figuring out where to put this plant in the apartment to where it gets enough light to where it's not gonna die, but then it also doesn't get too much light to where it kind of gets a little frayed and burnt. If y'all have any tips in the comments below, please let me know. Also, bugs seem to be really attracted to this plant a lot. For whatever reason, the bugs are like, ooh, you a simpleton, I'm gonna come for you, and they are just at it. So Pray for this plant, y'all. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I don't know if he's native to Texas, you know? Again, another plant that I have no idea what it is this one. I think in the title it was called Chinese something or another. Pretty basic leafy plant. I was drawn to it because I liked the two-tone color of the leaves. I just thought that was really pretty. And I just wanted it in my life, so I bought it. This guy ain't doing so hot. I can't tell. So the thing I'm struggling with on this one is I can't tell if where I have it, it's not getting enough sun, like enough, because it's almost like a variation of the Chinese something or another one I just showed you. And that one's doing fine. And I have it in a pretty ambient light spot. I feel like if I put it somewhere darker, that won't help. So I don't know about this guy. I don't know if it's just another thing of just like, you might just not really be meant for this life. I'm also debating if I want to separate this one out as well, like, but it doesn't, to me, you haven't outgrown this pot. I might just need to refertilize this pot. This is the same dirt that was in it when I bought it, and I'm beginning to wonder if this dirt was just cheap and not good. So this one, this is a plant. I don't know what it is. It's a plant. But this is a plant, and it kind of droops down and all of that. I have no idea what it is. Got it from a neighbor. We had a plant swap here at the apartment complex that I live in. I think technically it's supposed to be able to vine out because I can tell it has the capabilities to latch on to things. Yeah. This one's really easy. If someone ends up saying what this plant is in the comments, these are really easy to take care of. Just make sure they get some water. Even if you're bad about watering them, if once you give them some water, they come back. So this one's easy. No idea what this one is either. It's some kind of vining, branching hybrid thing. Don't know what it is. Neighbor has a massive one in their apartment, and they had a little sapling come from that big one, and then they just put it outside and said, free to take. And I said, free plant? What? And I took it. So now he just is in this pot and he's just doing his thing, and oh, I think it's about to bloom or something. Or no, these are just new leaves. Yay, new leaves. Ooh, I see another new leaf. All right, go you. I talk to my plants a lot. I'll talk to them and be like, hey buddy, how you doing? How's it going? How's your life? This was given to me from a different coworker at the co-working space that I work out of. They sprout off a lot, and you can then take those little sprouts and they'll grow to be their own thing. So this guy, this one actually has a name. His name is Gottfried, and I got him from someone at the co-working space because they had one at their house and it sprouted a whole bunch, and they brought one for me. And when I got him, he was only as big as the little sproutlings. Look at these pretty leaves. Look at them. They remind me of just like Studio Ghibli style, I don't even know, like umbrellas or something, you know? So this one is an amaryllis stargazer plant, and it's a bulb. You actually get it as a bulb. This again, I got from a neighbor during a plant swap for free. So these actually give off these rowdy big blooms, like once or twice a year. But so this one already did its big bloom thing. It's gorgeous. They're really awesome and pretty. And then you cut the bloom off, and then it just turns into a house plant. It just turns into this giant leafy thing, and it grows so fast. Even once the flower happens and it just becomes a leafing plant like this, it just grows super fast. So you can see when I was cutting off the flowering part, I accidentally nipped 2 of the leaves, but that was like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe. And you can see how far they've grown up since then. So sorry again for nipping you, I didn't mean to. Supposedly you're supposed to let them go dormant and like hide them away and do a whole bunch of rigmarole, but I'm probably just gonna let him do whatever he wants. I'm actually just curious to see what happens if you don't dormant them. Like, do they just die? Or do they just are perpetually just green plants and then they just kind of never flower again? I'm okay with that too. Like, if I was only meant to see the flower once, I'm okay with that. Trader Joe's find. How fascinating. Doesn't even tell you what this thing is. How crazy is that? And it was on sale at Trader Joe's. I went in there to get some grits, and I saw this outside, and I was like, oh, okay, and I bought it. This thing, I think it's just a gimmick plant. Like it's just supposed to be gimmicky or whatever. But the blooms on it are epic. I think so it's technically called a blue hyacinth. And you're supposed to just leave it in this glass full of water, but that feels wrong. I feel like eventually I'm gonna put this in a pot because where is it getting its nutrients from, you know? By the way, I don't know why all my plants are men. What is gender, you know? So I'm gonna go get my last plant. He's still outside, but this is the plant I really wanna get y'all's thoughts on because I am concerned and I want to help it survive, but I just don't know what to do. And I think part of the problem is I just don't know what it is. And so I think if y'all can tell me what it is, then I can know how to take care of it, because then I can actually do research and figure out what to do for it. It seems to really like being in the apartment. However, there are these little aphids on this thing, and no matter what I do, I cannot get rid of them. Like, I spray this plant all the time with peppermint oil. I like do everything that I can think of, and these little aphid things, or just whatever they are, stay there. And it's gotten to the point where I've had to like scrape them off and stuff. I just don't know what to do. Y'all know my air plant. Air plants are really easy to take care of, especially if you feel like you're not plant inclined. Just get you a few air plants. All you literally need to do is spray them with water, and not water them, just literally get a little spray bottle and just spritz them lightly once a week with water, and they will just thrive. Look at that. And I like this one because it's curly. It's got little curly cues, you know, like it's 3B. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, social media, all the things. Big shout out to my Patreon production team for being my production partners here on this channel. If you're interested, patreon.com/Hallease. There you get early access to videos whenever possible, as well as private weekly vlogs from me. So if you're interested, check it out, patreon.com/Hallease. And I will see you when I see you. He's out here living his best life. Like, what? All of these are new. All of these are new. He's doing good.